Hello and welcome to episode 1 of a new series looking at Superplay magazine. As many of you know by now, it's probably it is my favourite magazine of all time, covering the Super Nintendo, going up to the N64, where the later issues started touching upon some of the big upcoming N64 games. It was like one of the Super Nintendo magazines that covered the import scene really well, covering a lot of games that never actually made it to the UK. So I thought what I'd do is, even though I have had a quick look at issue 1 of Superplay, I've never covered it this in depth, going through it page by page really. So hopefully, you know, if you've not looked at Superplay, it's a different way of looking at it, and well, a bit of commentary really from me, you know. Anyway, here we have issue 1 of Superplay magazine, dated November 1992. Like all magazines back then, they're always dated a month before, you know, the month of the actual release. So this will come out October 92. Priced at £1.95. Up here in the top corner. Advertised there from Makes a Total, because Total magazine had been going for a little bit longer. Still done by Future Publishing. It did come with a pin badge, which I sadly don't have, because I've had this full collection of Superplay now for quite a while, but I sadly don't own the badge. So straight away we've got a double page advertisement here for some acclaimed games. I know they've come for quite a bit of stick over the years. So we've got Krusty's Super Funhouse, Bart's Nightmare. Simpsons was massive at the time, but the games weren't that great. Spider-Man, Super Smash TV, which is a good game, Super WrestleMania, and Terminator 2, which is awful. Page here for the manga advertisements, something that was really popular at the time. And then obviously you've got your contents of everything that's in it, your import reviews and UK reviews split separately. So first up we have got the news pages and everything like that, and we've also got telling you a little bit about all the people who work on the magazine. Again, we've got a bit of news here for the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out. Well, that was coming out, but it wasn't really that great. Advert here for Super Castlevania 4 and a few of the other Castlevania games as well. What have we got here? The Future Entertainment Show 1992, bit of a preview looking at that. Like I say, one of the big things on Superplay was the how they obviously looked into Japanese culture. So we've got 2 pages here on anime. You know, we're massive fans of that. Then we've also got the charts, which you'd expect to see in every single magazine around this time. So obviously you've got your UK charts, your import chart, your Japanese, your American. Mario Kart and Street Fighter 2 seem to be the top of the charts there. Here we've got a feature on the differences of the 3 Super Nintendos. So you've got your UK release, your NTSC American one, and also the Super Famicom. So this is quite a big feature, looking at all the different big differences in regards to how the games run, having a look at a few of the converters as well. And there's just a picture of the difference in regards to the borders, depending on what console you're running your games on. And then it comes up to the first review, which is Super Mario Kart, the original Super Mario Kart release, or the first one in a new series, well, as it was back then. Rated 93% by both reviewers there, showing graphics, sound, gameplay, and lastability. Out of This World, also known as Another World, I used to have it on my Atari ST, rated at 81%. Then we've got Bart's Nightmare, as just mentioned a bit back. The Simpsons games were popular, 91%. So even though I wasn't a fan of it, it got rated very highly. And then a game called Dinosaurs, something I've never ever played, 83% they gave that. Game I am aware of, I've played on quite a few different systems, Super Pang. For what I seem to remember though, the Super Nintendo version was only one player, which obviously went against it. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's only got such an average percentage there, 72%. Pang is a really good game and everything, but obviously if it is only one player, you do lose quite a lot from the experience. A game here called Golden Fighter. If you just have a quick look, in the top corner we have saying it's a Japanese release, the game, the publisher, developer, the price you'd expected to pay, you know, for an import. Never played it. Again, one of the many one-on-one beat-em-ups that were available at the time. And then we've got an advert here for Total magazine. Then a review for Hook, based on the film. 72% they gave that, which again I suppose isn't too bad, but never really fancied it. Another page for mail order adverts, loads and loads of these at the time. Then we've got Super Bowling, 48%, not the type of game I'd go for. Still got one of these old style scratch cards in there, which, God, it must have been there, like I say, for absolutely ages. They were really, really popular at the time. Player's Guide map for Prince of Persia. A few pages for that. And then we've got Xandra's Big Adventure, also known as Whirlo. One of the really rare Super Nintendo games. It's one that I need for my Super Play Top 100. So I think what it's going to have to be is I'll probably have to get it as an import version. I can't see myself getting the EU one. They've given that 88%, so quite a good rating really. But it's a game I've never ever played. Then we have Super F1 Circus. I'm not into my racing games. Got 83% though. Just move on a bit. Then we've got some Street Fighter 2 cheats and tips. Thing everyone always got asked, well, sorry, the question everyone asked around this time was how do you play as the bosses in Street Fighter 2. You couldn't, you know, there were rumours that you could do it, but it was obviously only when Street Fighter 2 Turbo came out. We've got an advert here for Console Concepts. There's Matt Lamborn, fan of the show. He always asks to see a few of their adverts, so I'll try and remember to send a picture for that. Then we've got the Super Play Superstore, chance to buy slightly reducing price action replay, Super Play binders, and then what else have we got? Something to carry your game carts in, and some speakers. Phalanx, probably pronouncing that wrong. Shoot 'em up, 70%, never ever played it. An advert here which is upside down in the magazine. It's not my camera work. Camel Fry, never played it. Puzzle game, 52%. Some more adverts here. And then we've got Dragon's Lair. A game that looked absolutely fantastic, but I don't know, it's just never ever really appealed to me. We give it 82%. And then we've got a UK review of Street Fighter 2. Quite a lot of people, well, friends of mine, imported it and spent a lot of money importing it. But it eventually got its UK release. Priced at £65. According to the little information box up there, gave it 94%. I think it's safe to say it was a very highly rated game, and you know, deservingly so. Then we've also got Super Smash TV. This made it into the Super Play Top 100, rated at 84% there. It's one that I do own in my collection. Then we've got Super Castlevania 4. Like I say, all these are UK reviews, so even though some of the games may have been available for a bit longer, it is just a case of, you know, actually out now on your in the UK, probably at Future Zone, I think it was back then, before like Electronics Boutique and everything. Then we've got Joe and Mark, 72%, Krusty's Super Funhouse, 79%, F-Zero, 86%, Pilot Wings, 92%, SimCity, 84%, Super R-Type, 72%, Super Tennis, 92%, so yeah, these really were the UK releases when the console came out. And we've got Addams Family, 82%, game I really can't get into at all. Then we've got Super Soccer, 83%, Super WWF, 74%. Not a great game now, but it was good for a time. You know, you only had, I think it was 8 wrestlers to choose from. Then you got UN Squadron, which is still a fantastic shoot 'em up by Capcom, given 91% there. And then we've got Final Fight. Again, not a massive fan of the Super Nintendo version because it's only one player and they did take a level out. They gave that 86%. So let's have a quick look through the rest of it. We have got a new section for the next issue called Ask Aid, or Aid, I should say, where people would write in with a few questions, games they're stuck on, and get a bit of advice. And then you've got your usual tips and cheats here for Magic Swords, SimCity, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, a game that definitely needs any help you can get. UN Squadron, Super Tennis Player's Guide, you know, how to try and beat the best opponents. Also, you've got a advert here for Total Magazine, and here is a cover for Super Play issue 1. Obviously the cover didn't look like that when it came out, you know, we must have changed it last minute. So it's good to see things like that as well, you know, covers that may have been. And then one of the big things for Super Play is What Cart, where basically they go through every single game for the Super Nintendo, give it a quick rating out of 10, and it changed quite a lot over the the years. As more and more games came out, we had to obviously change the design of What Cart. So these early issues, you've got your shoot 'em ups, you've got your puzzle games, you know, fighting games and everything like that. Just carry on towards the end. A questionnaire that were really popular at the time. You know, what machines you owned, how old are you, how much money do you earn even. I could ask how much you own. And then you've also got a plea to send letters in. How to send like a perfect letter and how to, well, not send in a letter. Always makes me laugh looking back at that. And then here we've got an offer when you subscribe you get Akira on VHS, and then there's a big competition to win a few different things, and then it's the next month page that you'd always get. And then there's a little half a page here, a date book looking at the release dates for some of the big games, you know, that were coming out. Anyway, that's issue 1 of Super Play. Join me for future videos where I'm going to be looking through the, well, over 46 of them and Super Play Gold. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.